And it's one where we not only have to do the right thing right here at home, that's why carbon pricing is so important, it's why recruiting agriculture to be part of the solution is so important, and paying for it, not just telling farmers they're part of the problem, but actually investing in agricultural solutions that are going to take carbon out of the atmosphere. So we've got to build up research in renewable energy and deploy it quickly in order to modernize our economy, but that's not enough. We can't do it alone. We've got to lead the world in dealing with this issue. And part of where my faith takes us is that when a decision is coming before the White House on cutting out food stamps from hungry children, I cannot help but hear the words, "I was hungry and you did not feed me." When we hear about people being torn out of their arms or run down on the street, I cannot but help but think of the words, "I was a stranger and you welcomed." The news, I'm watching this impeachment process play out in Washington, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting to watch him go through these motions, especially knowing that when it gets to the Senate, it may well be a foregone conclusion.
If I get my way on every initiative, the sum total of that will, at worst, be deficit neutral and more likely serve to reduce the deficit over time. Now, in order to do that, some folks' taxes are going to have to go up. Let's be really honest about this.
Justice reform. I would not have said even 5 years ago that what I believe now, which is that incarceration should not even be a response to drug possession. I've always been skeptical of mass incarceration, but now I believe more than ever that we need to take really significant steps, like ending incarceration as a response to simple possession.
Is that across the board? So if it's meth or coke or ecstasy, any drugs, if it's possession, incarceration isn't.
That's right. It doesn't mean legalization of everything.
Sun's going to be coming up in a climate that is just a few years away from the point of no return. And our lives depend on doing something about it.
And, you know, one issue that gets dramatically less attention than some other forms of addiction is something like synthetic marijuana, for example. What we found is it's convenience stores selling this stuff that is basically rat poison sprayed onto grass. You'd be much better off with real marijuana than this stuff, which is very toxic.
And when there is a proposal to cut food going to hungry children, I will be thinking about the words, "I was hungry and you did not feed me."
I mean, I was under a DEA command when I was in Afghanistan, and understand what's at stake in counter-narcotics efforts. But the idea that you can criminalize addiction, or the idea that incarceration is the right way to handle possession, I think has been disproven by American experience over the course of my lifetime.
When there is a proposal to tear children out of the arms of their parents, I will be thinking of the words, "I was a stranger and you did not welcome me." I'm not focusing on optics. I'm focusing on what needs to change in this country. I've made very clear what my positions are, what we're going to do. And anybody chipping into this campaign, no matter their background, their story, or how much they can give, is supporting that vision.